Okay, so the vata dosha is comprised of wind, air, ether. It's that element in nature that is the lightest and the most mobile. And right now in Portland, it's pretty cold and very slick, like there's a layer of thin ice on things. We're transitioning from vata season to kapha season right now, but we have a high vata day. And my experience of that is that I woke up at 4:15 a.m. and I felt ready to get up. But I also know that I benefit from sleeping until about 5 a.m. 4 a.m., 4:15 a.m. is the vata period of morning. Between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., we're in the vata window of the morning. And so if we're awakened at that time, it could be because there's systems in our body that are trying to get our attention. Like in Chinese medicine, they have different organs at different places in the clock, the 24-hour clock. In Ayurveda, we say that's your vata dosha kind of waking you up. And it could be that it's waking you up with a little bit of anxiety or restlessness. You might even start feeling like, oh, there's so much to do, and kind of organize it all, feeling anxious about it. Frequently, we'll feel anxious about the future when we wake up at that period of the morning. And that could be the future of today or the future of many days ahead. So to have nourishing sleep during the vata season of the year is really important, because it's also the time of year when we're going to be renewing and replenishing via like hibernation, as other mammals tend to do, like bears, our friend, the bears. So we want to be able to have the nourishing sleep. And that means that the whole day we're considering, how am I living? What is my routine? What am I creating in my nervous system, in my digestion, in my endocrine system, in my mind, that I'm going to then be kind of taking to bed with me at night? What am I doing that's influencing my nighttime sleep during the day? And so we're going to do these practices right now to bring vata dosha back down into its home is in the pelvis. So its home is in the pelvic basin here. And so long as we can keep bringing vata dosha back down during the day, we are actually going to have a less anxious mind, because when vata rises into the mind, it's acting like a ceiling fan, causing more anxiety. We feel like we're flitting about perhaps, and maybe even getting a lot done, but at what expense to our nervous system? Or what are we then reaching for to calm that system down at night? For example, food or things that sedate the nervous system. So the practice we're going to do right now is to bring that vata dosha down and to help it find its seat. This practice could be done from the floor like I'm doing, but it also could be done on a sofa, like Nakula is demonstrating. This is the cat sofa. It could also be done in a chair if you're sitting in a chair. So let's cross the ankles. Let's put the right ankle in front. So if you're sitting in a chair or on the sofa, you could sit with the thighs out and then the knees bent, feet flat on the floor. So it's kind of like a tripod base, right? So here at the pelvis, you want to have a sense of center, a sense of grounding. Now take your left hand across to your right knee. And as you twist to the right, drop your breath down into your lower belly. And then during the exhale, what I'm going to ask you to do is exhale out through the lips, like you're holding a tiny straw between the lips. It's called pursed lips. So you're going to exhale out longer and slower as a result of pursing the lips. And then you're going to inhale through the nose. Inhale slowly through your nose. And then come around to face forward. We're going to change sides. So if you're sitting on the floor, cross your ankles on the other side. If you're sitting in a chair, keep them as they are. Bring your right hand across, left hand behind. Twist to your left, and we'll do about 3 breath cycles where you inhale through the nose and exhale like you're holding a straw between the lips. You're going to notice that that exhale breath done this way is slowing down the length of your exhale. It's also going to require you to tone the inner belly, the low belly muscles. And that's a way that you can sense, okay, I'm coming back home to your center of gravity, to your inner strength. And then we're going to come around to face forward. Take notice of any changes in feeling maybe more embodied or more grounded. Now, place your feet, if you're sitting on the floor, let's do left foot on the inside, right foot on the outside. If you're sitting in a chair, I'd like you to take a little bit wider seat. And again, have your hips grounded. If you're sitting on the sofa, you want to be in the center of the sofa. Place your right hand on the floor or on the sofa or on a chair to your right. Inhale, raise your left arm up. And as you press into the right hand, use that strength to root the left hip down. So even though we're side bending, we're going to keep the left hip grounded, and we're really thinking about squeezing the abdomen on the right, the ascending colon. We're thinking about squeezing this region of the body because we want to release tension and then give space for the breath and the mind to come back in. So let's take a deep breath into the left sideways to keep your left hip grounded. And then exhale and tone the lower belly to the best of your ability. This time you can exhale through your nose. Okay, now with an inhale, raise your left arm, raise your torso, and rise up to sitting in center. And switch your feet if you're sitting on the floor. Take the left hand to the floor or to the chair nearby or part of the sofa. Raise your right arm up. Press down through the left arm so you can see, if I don't press into the left arm, it's like the torso is side leaning. But when I press into my left arm, then the rib cage is moved and the right hip stays more grounded. So there's a stronger squeeze on the left side. Now this is the descending colon. And so breathe in. And follow your pace for your exhale, just really sensing how can you exhale more thoughtfully, more completely. One more time, exhale thoughtfully. And then inhale, raise back up to sitting and release your right arm down and take notice again, any greater sense of feeling embodied or centered. Okay, now if you're sitting in a chair or on the sofa, you're going to be doing a forward bend from there, or you can join us as we come up to standing. We're going to take a wide leg forward bend like this. So the feet are the length of one leg, more or less. I don't have long legs, so that's the distance. And then come down to a forward bend. This can also be done from that seat on a chair or on the couch, and you're just bending forward because now the nervous system goes more inward and downward as we bend forward. You may energize your legs, especially if you're doing the standing version. I'd like you to squeeze your leg muscles a little bit so you feel more stable. And then during the inhale, let it be a long, slow breath into the lower belly. And on the exhale, focus on a more thoughtful, more complete exhale using your lower abdomen. Let's do that 3 times more, breathing in slowly, and picture that you're really massaging your nervous system right now. Of course, you might be stretching muscles, and that's wonderful, but you're massaging the nervous system with the breath. You're also massaging the organs in the abdomen, and they're getting a message about your intention. Let's hope the intention is nourishing or kind. Okay, and then if you're in the standing version of the pose, place your hands on your hips and rise back up to standing. If you're doing this from a chair or a sofa, walk your hands up to your knees and push yourself up to sitting. And then let's all bring the legs into parallel. So whether that's a chair, a sofa, or standing. And when you come into this position, picture the plumb line of your spine. Check and see if the mind is able to drop down out of the windy, flitting sky, come down into your body. And if you do find that effective, then know that you could do that little sequence during the day. It could be done again from a chair, from your desk chair, from your sofa, park bench, yoga mat, whatever it happens to be. So you've been nourishing your nervous system in a really important way. So I also want you to give yourself extra acknowledgement for that too. Thank you. Now, if these practices are helpful to you, of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel, click like for the videos that help you. So I'll know, I'll get that feedback, and leave comments or questions down below as well. Thank you once again.